People, good evening. Yes, I know it's a surprise. It's a surprise to me. Here I am. Okay, so a little bit of an update. I'll get a couple of people to join, and I'm not going to be long tonight. It's not a Supernatural Files show. It's just a little update on what's happening, where I've been, what I've been up to, and such forth. That's where we're at tonight. So I am working again this weekend. Well, it is the weekend. I didn't get in till late tonight, and I'm working tomorrow till about 10:30 p.m. So this weekend, once again, is going to be scrapped in relation to the Supernatural Files. And this job that I got is pretty intense. Lots of training. Not going to say what it is, what I'm doing. Doesn't matter. Went away to hotel 3 or 4 days. The head office, fantastic, brilliant hotel. I say the training's pretty intense for what I'm doing, but it needs to be. So we'll leave that one there. But the problem I've got is it's taking up my weekends. And yes, I do get a day off or whatever in the week, but generally it's midweek or it's 1 day, 4 days, then you get another day off. By that time, you're too knackered to do anything. So, right. I'm probably talking to myself right now, which I fully expect. Let's see if anyone's on here. Comments, chat with everyone in the studio. Yeah, that's funny. Anybody there? I'm surprised George's not popped on. Might probably a bit late for him. Oops, question mark. There we go. Anybody there apart from Don talking to himself? So I'm going to happily talk to myself for the next 5 minutes to see if anybody comes on. If not, is it broadcasting to where I need it to? Facebook? Yeah. It's all looking pretty good right now. If not, I shall just deliver my message. You guys have to catch up with it later. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Anyway, I want an excuse to check out my new candle display. How cute is that? I love it. Great, isn't it? Looking pretty good and cozy. It would be on a decent webcam. So, something missing. There it is. There you go. So, guys, that's the situation. My time is really not my own right now. It's owned by the people that I work for and the job that I'm doing. Paddy's, do you don't mind me saying, Paddy's shoulder, pretty bad. She went to get MRI on it. She's been suffering for ages with it, but pain beyond pain, unbelievable. No sleep at night. She's been really upset. Can't move. Anyway, I thought she was getting not Oxycontin, sorry. The injections in there, I forgot what we call it now. But not them. They put some stronger steroid injections in. She had it about 4 days ago. They said if it's going to work in about 14 days, that would be really good because you've got no cartilage left at all. It's bone on bone. Ouch. Unknown painkillers. So hopefully that's going to put a plaster on that for a year or two if it works. I'm bogged down with work. I got a little bit of production stuff going. I've got a job to do next week, but everything's pretty much took a backseat at the minute because this job I've got to do because, I have to be paid regular right now because Paddy's not working. So I've got to make sure everything's covered and stuff. So, you get a video job to do, filming, you don't get paid every week or every month. You have to wait till it's all complete. That can take time, a couple of months, 3 months, 4 months or whatever. So at the minute, in the interim, everything's kind of on hold while we're getting Paddy sorted out. And hopefully then we can pick up where we left off. But the good news is this. Oh, hang on a second. I think I've got a comment. Could I actually have one viewer? They'll probably say, there's no sound. Let me check this out. Hold on. Is it George? Let's have a look. Oh, look, it's George. Hi, George. I am not surprised you are the only person to join me this time of night with no notice whatsoever. You are such an avid follower. Respect. So, Georgia, I don't know how long you've been there, or what you just caught. Paddy's suffering badly with a thing. She's had an injection, steroids. If that don't work in the next couple of 3 weeks, then it's a shoulder replacement. Ouch. And I'm hoping I'm nice and loud and clear tonight because I've got my super posh microphone on, which I've had for probably about a year and never used it yet. So, yeah. Hi, George. I'm working all the time at the minute. Weekends. Tonight finish late, and then tomorrow we finish at 10:30. So that's kind of screwed things up for now. But I do have good news, George. I have next weekend off, which means we get a proper, true Supernatural Files. How fantastic! And you know what? I'm really looking forward to that because it's who I am, George. It's what I do. And the problem with me working for the people temporarily, whatever, right now is this is not Don Phillips. I'm used to controlling my own life, as many people are obviously aware. See this glass of wine, George? This bottle has been in the fridge for about 2 months. So I decided to break it out tonight. I will pass on your regards to Patty. Now, I have a cunning plan. Although my work is, I'm really tied up with work. We know the Hollywood production stuff. That's all dealt with my end. They're currently filming with a lot of people that's worked with me in the past, lots of locations, and so all that's going on right now. So that'll be out in a few months. That'll be fantastic. I'm hoping that's going to be a little springboard to other things. We'll see how that goes. It is going to be interesting. In the meantime, I cannot sit by and just ignore things. I'm a doer kind of a person. Hey, well, we've got a couple of people in now. I'm not going to repeat myself all over again. I'll give you the short version. Bronze, how are you, dude? There he is, indeed. Just vague. I'll get. Oh, hang on a second. We're all dropping in now. Who's this one? Oh, it's you again. Okay, what's that say? Let's have a look. Don says he has a cunning plan. Believe him. He's a master, a debater, and a cunning linguist. I've been called a lot worse, my friend, over the years. But you know what? The short version is, I take no shit, but I cause no shit. But I'm a nice guy. There we go. Right. So, as I was saying, my time's all pretty taken up right now with having to work to cover stuff. The production side of stuff's pretty much on hold. I've got a job. I've got a couple of jobs to still do. The Hollywood production stuff, that's all done. The film is done. That's going out on the TV all over America and the UK next year in the new year. Cannot wait. That's going to be an eye-opener for a lot of people. So I'm excited about that. The production company's excited about that, and the people it's been filmed for are excited about that too. In the meantime, I need to do something to be me. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. This is quite a big one. Do you know what? I hate injustice in this world. And I hate even more the fact I can't do something about it because my hands are tied with time. Then I came up with a cunning plan. Just maybe I can do something about it with a little bit of arrangement with a few people, which is already underway. I've had a word at work. You'll like this. I want to run a non-stop, sponsored, 24-hour Supernatural Files show here on YouTube. First of all, what do you think of that before I tell you what it's about? 24 hours. We will have time slots with special guests. I will be doing a question and answer session about certain things. People can come in with their stories, their experiences, whether they've been abducted by UFOs, whether they've had ghostly encounters, whether they've come back from the dead, or whether they're vampires. God damn it. I don't care. So allocated spots. This is going to be set up well ahead of schedule and advertised well ahead of schedule. I mean, I'm talking maybe 3 or 4 months. In that time, I will need everybody, and I mean everybody, to share the information, and not just once. As it gets closer, keep sharing that information, because this is going to be sponsored. I'm going to be in this seat for 24 hours straight, just like I am now. Maybe not drinking this for 24 hours, because what could possibly go wrong? Hold on a second. I am the real deal, my friend. That's why we've got all this stuff going out with the production company and stuff. George, 24 hours takes a lot of working time you don't have. Yes, you know what? It does, George, but I do. I'm doing it. This is not debatable. I spoke to Becky about it. Said, Becky, what do you think? And apparently, beyond my control, she said, it will happen. It's going to happen. If I say no, I've changed my mind or whatever, it's irrelevant. If she said it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So trust me, this is Becky. Never wrong about a thing. It's going to happen. So it's happening. Now, we have underprivileged and terminally ill children. Now, people assume that everyone's kind of taken care of, with it Medicare or certain charities, all this and that. You know what? To a certain degree, yes. But there's people that fall through the loopholes. There's people for which certain things are a lottery, slightly out of reach. Now, this could be terminally ill children, vulnerable children, vulnerable people, neonatal baby care. This could be anything. Now, what I'm doing at the moment, that's a lie. I'm not doing it at the moment. What I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks is I'm going to look at all these different charities, because I am not interested. And you know what? I understand business is business, but I also understand, and no one's going to deny this, that there is manipulation. Charities saying we need money for this, we need money for that. We're desperate for money. And you know what? The people that run the charities are driving around in goddamn Maseratis, top range, brand new cars, and creaming a lot off the top. I'm not interested in them charities. I know everyone deserves to be paid for their work and their expertise, but you know, I do feel that people take it a little bit far. So I am going to look for struggling charities that do good causes. It may be one, it may be two. In this 24 hours, I want to raise as much money as we can for the Don Phillips Benevolent Fund. I'm only shitting you. Don Phillips Benevolent Fund. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe I could quit my job then. No, I am looking for struggling charities, real struggling charities. I need access to see what their figures are. I need all the information about them. Whether it's to do with neonatal baby care, like I said, terminally ill children, underprivileged children, children that need some treatment they can't get because for whatever reason they're not getting it, whether it's a poor family or whatever, and they're not covered by Medicare and they can't get this. It doesn't matter. We will structure this. We will highlight. It could even be a couple of individuals and a charity. I don't know. Depends how much we can raise. But I think we can raise a shitload of cash to make that little difference to somebody else's life, which I think is important. And as I've always said at the end of every show, just be the best person you can be. And that's what I strive to do. I'm not perfect, not by a long shot, but you know what? I goddamn try to be perfect. I try to be the best person I can be. So let me read your comments before I carry on about that. Hey, good day, pal. Gonna happen. Well, I guess it will. George, you're learning, my friend. I'm a struggling charity. I'm a struggling charity too. I will invite applications from certain charities that I select. The way this is going to work is you can either sponsor the show or me per hour, how long it runs, which means if I don't go the full 24 hours, we don't get a full 24 hours worth of sponsorship. Or you can pledge $1, you can pledge $100, $1,000. If you're a movie star, God damn it, give us $1 million, because you know what? This money is going to go and make a real difference to someone, not just people saying we need it because of. We will highlight these people. We will go out and we will film the charity at their place. This is everything that I've got up here. We'll go out. Okay, so the show's running. I introduce the charity. Then we go to a clip, 2-3 minute clip about the charity, what they actually do, what the money raised would be used for. So when I say it's going to be a show, I mean it's going to be a show. And also, I want to invite companies or whoever's got a business or social media to have a slot on the show and pay for a little bit of advertising during that 24 hours to maybe run once an hour, once every 2 hours. We need to raise as much money as possible. What am I going to get out of this? Baggy eyes and looking like crap, and probably maybe a couple of bottles of wine in 24 hours. But you know what? Don't take this lightly, guys, because I am deadly serious about this. I want to make a difference. I mean, me and Becky got a long-term agenda, which is kind of, well, it is along them lines. But in the interim, let's make a start now. There's a lot of really poorly kids out there, terminally ill children, vulnerable people. It's not a good world for everybody, In fact, it's a pretty bad world for a lot of people. There's some pretty bad people in it. But that aside, so guys, what do you think? Does that sound like an absolutely fantastic plan? Let me see. And Joe, we will put a target on screen all the time. And as we're raising money, you will see that amount going up. And we can do shout outs, call outs. This is going to take a lot of planning. Bronze, Snaky, where have you been? I've only been living in America for nearly 2 years. Come on, dude. Sort yourself out. I am now a permanent resident, I'll have you know. So yes, I'm a lot closer to Canada now, aren't I? Please no Maserati driving. This is upper management. Yeah. What about Everett Women's Centre? Well, I don't know anything about it, George. But you know what? I will look into anything and everything. But what I'm saying is, and I shall keep mentioning this on the show at the forthcoming weekend, because it's my first weekend off. We're having a proper Supernatural Files show. We will go through all that again and hopefully have some more information for you. Because I want this advertised a good 3 months beforehand. I know I need it to be all over social media. We want a shitload of people on here, not just to pledge money, but to have a good time and have a good show. Okay. You never know. It might even get us a few subscribers for a change. That would be nice too. I don't know why we've not got more subscribers. I know we've got quite a lot, but do you know when you get the views and you've got 250, 300? Oh my goodness me. This is YouTube. We've got all this shit out there on YouTube, and you see it. Uploaded 3 days ago, 50,000 views. It's like, what? I know some of them pay for views, but we don't do that. So I'm just saying, we need to get the Supernatural Files up there a little, and this will actually might be what I do get out of it. I might get a little bit of a boost from that, some regulars. Right, that was a suggestion. Yeah, George, I don't know anything about it. Is the Women's Centre for people seeking refuge from abusers? Is it that kind of thing? I used to work in probation in the UK, probation service. So I've dealt with every kind of person from every walk of life. People with drug addictions, alcohol, people that self-harm, people that are depressed, and just the worst people on the planet. People that have messed with children. That was the hardest part of the job. Oh my God. I don't want to get into that. People who've been in jail for 25, 30 years for murder come out. Really bad people. I've dealt with every kind of person from every walk of life. So I've got a lot of experience of people and circumstances and counselling and all that. So I also understand the women thing as well, because we still also deal with that. And we used to get them coming in just out of desperation, and we'd have to ring a place we found somewhere else if there's any room for them, explain the situation. It was an interesting job. But yes, refuge from abusers. Okay, George. Well, that's a consideration, but I would have to look at how they handle their business, as it were. Less subs because you are inconsistent, George. Ouch. I know, but even when I am consistent, okay, we've got a big gap now, but we was pretty consistent. This year we've been pretty consistent until we had a big gap. All right, because life happens sometimes. I get that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about being on YouTube. I know. But I tell you what doesn't help. What doesn't help is like when you're broadcasting or you upload to YouTube, you think, oh, well, you're 2,000, 3,000, whatever subscribers. I mean, I've got 2 channels, and I think it's 3,500 on the other one. They all get notified. They actually don't. Did you know that, George? YouTube limit it. If you've got, say, per 1,000 subscribers, they may let 50 or 100 people know that you've got a new upload. YouTube, what are you doing? But if you're a kid and you want to put a clip up of your last gaming session and put it on YouTube, you're guaranteed to get 20,000 views in the first week. That's how YouTube works. Okay. So anyway, guys, I'm open to ideas and suggestions for this mega marathon Supernatural Files. What do you think so far? You sound reasonable? Great seeing you too, sir. Anybody? Input, people. We need input. Yes, I'm bullying you now. 24-hour show. What do you think we should have it on it other than what I've just mentioned? Do you think of anything? Anything that might help me out? Is out? Oh, wow. I guess you're all thinking about it. Okay. Let's just have a look. Let's see if we've got anybody on here I've missed. Rick. Good morning, Rick. I guess you're in the UK. Okay, so Snake, what you been up to? Am I still streaming, or has everybody just gone deaf? I'm not being pedantic. I'm getting off in a few minutes because I've got a big shift tomorrow, and it's a 25-mile drive to that location. Right, bronze. Love to see more investigations, bro. Yours are always exciting because you talk to Becky. She tells you such and such will happen, and boom, it happens. Yes, she does. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'll do. Island, and now the production company is featuring this on the show that they're broadcasting, but it's my footage, and I can feature it as well. So what I'll do on this 24-hour thing is I'll play some stuff from there, and what have we got to come? Let me see. What's nearly edited? The Oxford Saloon. Do you know they want to play the clips from, George, with all them recording voices that we captured on CCTV? That's pretty good. We've got the Oxford Saloon. That can go on. The full version of the Brookdale Lodge. Well, that's just been sitting there not doing a whole lot. So I might even put that on. But I was actually considering doing that as a digital download for a few dollars because it cost me and Paddy a lot of money to make that thing. Talk about all the UFO hearings. You know what? We can put a segment onto that. I am going to split this 24 hours into segments. We can do the UFO thing. That's absolutely fine. Do you know what the things about these hearings? I mean, what actually comes from it? Okay, they had a hearing. Some people said this, some people said that, but nothing goes any further, does it? We have craft. Okay, fantastic. I'm not saying I've not, but it's talk, and it'd be a lot more compelling if we actually saw something to substantiate that, other than the stuff that's on YouTube, which is Photoshop this and Photoshop that. I mean, you know what? It's not goddamn rocket science, is it? You know, we know that there's shit out there. We know that there's stuff going on. We know that I know they've got stuff because Becky's told me, to the point that she's even told me everyone's concentrating on Area 51. You know what, guys? You can forget that now. It's irrelevant because they moved from Area 51 to Bleep. I told Steve Becky gave me some coordinates and said this is now where they're operating from, where they got the craft and everything. Okay, she gave me coordinates. I rang Steve, we did a video chat. I said, Steve, punch in these coordinates, see what you get. Told him the story. He said, oh my God. And Steve knows everything about pretty much everything, especially with UFOs, as you're probably aware. I had no idea it was there. We found this thing on Google Earth, or Steve did. And it was pretty much how Becky said it was. So I know that's where they're operating from. And what's going on there. Am I going to put that out? You know what? I am going to put that out, but not when we've got like 10 or 15 people on here, or 200 or 300 people watching the show afterwards. I will put it out. I'll do a whole thing on that. We have got the coordinates. We even got the image, which we can zoom into. I know what's going on there. And if I get a knock on the door, said, hey, you can't do this, or the men in black come and see me, you know what? So be it. Because you know what? I don't care. Because the truth is the truth. And like I've always said, guys, question everything. Steve's aware of this, but he's not going to put anything out. You've been working out, Don. You're looking much fitter. Do you know what? No, I haven't. I've not worked out for so long. You will not believe it. I'm just naturally kind of lucky. Let's call it that. You know. So, but am I contemplating working out again soon? Yeah, I am. At the minute, I'm putting it down to my healthy diet, my non-exercise, my glasses of wine, and my pack of 72 Reds, and lack of sleep, obviously. So, I mean, goddamn it, in April, I'm 58. Now, you know what? I'm not being funny, but I've seen a lot of guys my age, or a little bit younger than me, and they seriously just, wow. You know, I'm stubborn. I want to grow old as disgracefully as possible, as I told Paddy. I'm lucky. I've got no arthritis. I've got absolutely nothing. I don't feel any different to like, what, 20 odd years ago? I'm lucky like that, despite the fact I've used my body all the time. But recently, I have a little more energy because I daily now eat probably about half a tub of mixed unsalted nuts and about 3 bananas. And do you know what? It actually works. It's good for you. It's really good for you. So I have that every day. 3 bananas with nuts, handful of. And you know, tonight we had something really healthy. I had what was it? Big can of Modelo and a frozen pizza. It was lush. It was delicious. Right, getting on track a little bit here. Yes, Brookdale. I know, Bronze. Everybody wants to see that. I've been biding my time on it and just seeing, you know what? So I'm not sure where to go with that. We spent a lot of money making that documentary, and it's a goddamn good documentary, and it's got some incredible stuff in. It's totally worthy of being aired on TV. So what I'm probably going to do is hang on to it for 6 months now. When this stuff goes out on the big show that they're filming for, still, they said, Don, you know what? You're going to do really good from this. You need to set up a donflips.com website, and because good things are going to happen. Well, you know, I'm a realist. We'll wait and see. But if I get some good contacts from there or invitations for something else from there, and they will put the Brookdale broadcast, the Brookdale Lodge, that's what it was meant for, a big audience. That's why I've hung on to it this long. Then there's a Tuttle Mansion. Again, something else is sitting there waiting to be discovered. Oxford Saloon was going to be part of that. But in hindsight, having looked at it a few times now, it's fantastic. But production quality, not a problem. Production value, not a problem. But I just feel like it needs a little bit more filming to round it off, and I haven't got the time for that. So that I am just going to bang out on YouTube. I've been editing it. How long have I got left to edit on that now? Probably the last 20 minutes. It's pretty good. So that will be done when done. Realistically, don't make a promise you can't keep like you always do. No promises, but let's aim for September. Before December, we'll get the Oxford Saloon out, full thing on YouTube. Okay. You've already seen clips on that, George. You know, it's the one where you said about that train. Right, Bronze. If you were to do a 24-hour show, I'd love to call in and tell you about an incredibly terrifying experience my wife and I experienced. We were both having terrifying nightmare, which woke us both up. Bronze, I'd be only happy to do that. Sweet. Might just be your normal lifestyle, lifting smokes. Yeah, that's what it is. You know what this is? That's what it is. I think you've got it. I really think you've got it. Okay. Right. Let me have a look at this. I remember 58, which will fall out. Who's the cheapskates? Have you considered reaching out to other paranormal YouTubers you can trust to create a joint streaming event for charity? Do you know what? Alberta girl, been a while. Hey, sweetheart, you're going to have to watch this right back from the beginning. There's been quite a whole lot. I can't cover it all now. How are you? While you're thinking of answering that, have you considered reaching out to other paranormal YouTubers? Right, this is the situation, guys. Years and years and years ago, yeah. I used to watch the paranormal stuff. I knew the paranormal stuff on YouTube. I question everything. Now the problem is with that, people question everything I've done. I ain't got a problem with it. But when I question other people, they get defensive. They get a problem with it. And there's so much fake shit out there. Sometimes, without digging deep, it's hard to decipher. I mean, from the obvious stuff, what's fake and what's real. And I don't want to be associated with anything that's bullshit. You know, every single one thing I put out, 100% has always been true to life, real, on the spot, testable, and it has been testable, repeatable, honest and true. And I can't say that, and I can't join forces with somebody I don't know, because do you know what? I'm a little bit of a lone wolf, as most of you guys are already aware. I don't mind working with certain other people on projects and everything, but joining forces with, I've had a couple of bad experiences over the years, so I'd rather just stay as I am. I am very well, thank you. It's 1 a.m. here. I just caught you while channeling surfing before bed. Lol. Okay. Hang on. If a paranormal researcher cannot accept possible ways, hang on a second. It's going back now. Sorry. If a paranormal researcher cannot accept possible ways to debunk their captures, that's a red flag for me. You always be willing to attempt. We've always been Steve done a lot of stuff, and we've always attempted to debunk everything. I know what it is. Not through wishful thinking, not for a need to believe, but from experience. But for other people, for other people's benefit, we will always try to debunk it, because that strengthens my/our argument as to what it actually is. That's why I'm quite happy to try and debunk stuff. Do you ever had a dud investigation where absolutely nothing happened? What? You think I only put in successful ones on YouTube, Snake? No, I have never had a dud one where nothing happens, ever. There's two reasons for that. First of all, as Steve Maurer has defined me quite some time ago, along with other people, when I'm around in a haunted location with spirity things and phenomena going on, I attract it and I bring it out. So if it's there, I don't even hunt stuff. It comes to me. That's the first thing. On private cases, including the Keith Linder case, it was down to one person only. Do we take the Keith Linder case? Demons in Seattle case, that Ghost Adventures, pretty much ballsed up. It wasn't down to me. It wasn't down to Steve, anybody else. It was down to one person. Steve was on the phone. Becky, do we take this case? She said yes. So we took this case. Now, this is the thing. If anyone rings, I don't do the, I think I've got a ghost, can you come and check it out. No, I'm not interested in, I'm not a ghost hunter. I'm not interested in people, oh, I think I've got a ghost. I have only dealt with, as you've seen on YouTube, cases where people's lives are really affected, their mental health. As I've said before, whether it's real or not, if they believe it's real, then the fear and the effects on the mental health is exactly the same. Fortunately, every case that I've dealt with has been real. Sometimes I've had to put things into perspective for clients, but nevertheless. And the reason for that is I always say to Becky, can you check this out? Do I take this case? Becky chooses my cases, not me. Steve Murray will confirm that. Because every case me and Steve has worked on, I've asked Becky, and Steve knows this. Do we take this case? Yes or no? Is there something happening? Sorry about the ectoplasm or smoke from the 72. So that's why I've never had a good case. Becky is phenomenal. and unprecedented. I mean, we're talking, what, 11, 12 years now we've been together? As Steve will confirm, that's never been heard of, ever. And the fact that she can validate herself in so many ways to so many people, and she does time and time and time again, it doesn't leave anything open to interpretation or conjecture. She's real. She's been proven to be real. She can prove she's real. And you would think that would be a game changer. But unfortunately, within the paranormal community and the scientific community, especially the scientific community, you've got to push hard. Because when they come across a guy called Don Phillips, their first impression is, oh, here's another one. Pretty much the same as that was the attitude with Barry Fitzgerald. Some of you have probably seen his testimonial afterwards. When I heard Don was coming over, oh, here comes another one. You know, he changed his tune pretty quick. Really. He set me up to fail on, 4 or 5 tests on the locations. Totally blew him away. I blew me away, to be honest with you. I was totally on fire. Even without Becky, I was like, wow. But I can tell you, what has also been pulled into this thing that's been going all over the States and the UK on this show is the island thing. So all that information and clips and footage will be going out on that. But that was a week. That really was a week. Right, I said, I'm going to be too long. Let me just crack on with this, little guys. It's just a bit of a catch up. What's the scariest thing you have experienced? No, you know what? This is going to sound really strange. I haven't. Things that will scare other people? Yeah, including Paddy. She got frightened. I don't do the scared thing. I just don't. Do you know what? Lucifer could turn up and sit here, breathing fire with horns on his head and his pitchfork. You know what I'd say? Hold on, Luce. Let me just get me camera so we can have a chat. No, seriously, guys. I don't know if it's something missing out of my brain, but I have no fear of absolutely anything. I don't do nerves. I don't do afraid. I don't do scared. And you know what? On the paranormal front, if I did do frightened, nervous, scared, that's no good to my clients. You know, you see this shit on the TV. They're taunting this and taunting that. There's a little bump, and they all go running. Not mentioning any names. All go running off. Ah! Oh, dude, something touched me. Oh, did you see that? And go running off like a load of little children. Do you know what? That's not paranormal investigation, guys. That's just not paranormal investigation. You can't invite something then when it happens going enough screaming. You know, I could just imagine other spirits people going, eyes roll. Treat them like goddamn people and respect they deserve. And I mean that wholeheartedly because that's who they are. They are not goddamn entertainment. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're any less important than you. They are higher beings. They know more about shit than you ever will until you're one of them. I would find a recorder and ask Becky what she thinks about that. But you know what? I don't even know where it is, which is a great shame because I'm pretty sure she'd have something to say about that. But on that 24-hour thing, we can do that as well. A Becky Live. 20 minutes, answer question with Becky. Fantastic. People will love that. So no, anyway, short version is I just don't do scared. Maybe Tony Rathman could do a segment, maybe get some. Yeah, you know what, Tony Rathman, that's one guy I'd be quite happy to give some time to on the show. Bronze. I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah, Ghost Adventures. Hang on a second. There we go. I'm sure you're not the only one, my friend. You know, there's things you do and there's things that you never do, especially when it involves children. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about mental health. That's what it's about. Not egos, not looking good on TV. You know, your client, that's what you're there for, not you. You're there for your client. What's the funniest? Hang on, here we go. What's the funniest paranormal thing to happen to you then? Oh, I don't actually know. I'd have to ask Paddy that. What's the funniest paranormal thing? When I do my paranormal thing, I tend to be pretty serious and don't really get into funny. But you'd have to be there to appreciate it at the time. There was one time I was at Tubby Castle. Have you seen the rods footage? And they're going all over the place. Have you seen that? If not, you need to watch it. So this, long story short, this is also featuring this thing that's going out all over the place next year. Long story short, Becky said a portal was going to open. I said, Becky, can you say if it's going to just say the word portal? She went, portal. Chris Andrews heard her perfectly clear in real time, just about lost his shit, teared up and everything. Then it opened. I did the thing with the rods. The energy was absolutely crazy. Before that opened, it was at Tubby Castle. Nothing amazing going on at all. I was very disappointed. Then the portal opened. The whole place was flooded with energy inside and outside. There was voices all over the place. Me and Steve actually recorded. It sounded like a battle going on. We heard this cannon going off, this cannon fodder, and these people running, shouting, going, "Ran!" It's the way that he said it. His accent, "Ran," not run, ran. Like just, it was bizarre. So, anyways, again, long story short, so we're outside. And this guy was telling me that these, they were not happy because their remains was laying there undiscovered. Okay, fantastic. I said, where? And we were standing on this big mound at the time. And guys, if you follow this channel properly, you watched everything, you'll have heard this recording. And I was pointing. And he said, you will find us over there. Now, if you think I'm exaggerating that, people that have seen that clip will tell you that it was actually as clear as that. Okay. And because I was on the mound and pointing, I thought he meant the car park. So I said, Steve, you know what? The guys are under the car park. We went down to the car park area. Becky went, no, it wasn't the car park. She said, further back. So there's me, there's Jackie, there's Steve, and there's Chris Andrews, all hearing this in real time. Okay, so I take a few steps back. I'm on the grass then, the grounds outside the castle, Tubby Castle. And I said, where, Becky? She went, further back. Okay, so we went back some more. By this time, we'd probably gone back about maybe 12 feet. Where now, Becky? To the left. Okay, so we went to the left. Where now, Becky? Further back. Went back a bit more. Where now, Becky? Further back. How far? 3 feet. Okay, and they all heard this. Went back about 3 feet. Becky, where now? That's it. We'd actually stopped between these two trees, right outside Tubby Castle. 2 trees opposite each other. We was right in the centre. That's where there was apparently a pit of human remains. So I put that out in a video. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that because, you know, this is kind of connected with what's going on as well. So I'd probably do best not to actually talk about that any further. But the funniest part of that is, after we dealt with that, we were walking on the grounds, and I'm standing there, and the guys are in front of me, and it's all pitch black. And I'm very good, as Ian going to also tell you, of mapping out places that used to be there. Buildings, literally, I could map out exactly where they were, you know, not the shape up, but certainly the ground where they are. And I'm standing there, and I'm like, there's a big building. There used to be a big building right here, and I'm looking at them. He went, really? I went, yeah, I can feel the energy line. I don't know what I'm feeling. It's something to do with the energy in this building. Just straight along here. And they put the light on, and I turned around. Yeah, there's a wall about this high. The footings of the building right behind me, perfectly sticking above ground by about, 2 feet. So you had to be there to appreciate it, but that made me laugh. I thought that was hilarious. Okay, that was a big explanation for a little question. I know. Right, let's see what else we got. Okay, we've done that one. Okay, guys, I'm going in about 10 minutes. It was just a little catch up to let you know what is happening. If you've joined me late, there's not a whole lot of people on here. Watch this from the beginning. This was to explain where I've been, what's been happening, why we've not had a show for a few weeks. The fact we are having one this weekend. So, guys, goddamn, I will put a link up probably on Friday. Am I working Friday? I'm working Friday. I've got Saturday and Sunday off. So I'll put a link up Friday night for the Saturday night show. That's what I'm going to do. So share that goddamn link. Get some friends on. Get some questions in. Because you know what? Don't forget, this is not all about Don Phillips. This is your show too. You can maneuver this show how you want by your questions, by coming on, by sharing your experiences. Send me some clips to look at that we can share with everybody. Any video clips, any photographs that we can share on the show. You can send photographs in and say, hey, Don, what do you think of this? The other thing I will say is, if you're asking my opinion, accept my opinion. If my opinion opposes your opinion because you are convinced there's a face and an orb, and I'm saying, no, that's pareidolia, then you just have to accept my opinion or choose mine or yours, whatever, but don't get offended, because you know what, I tell it the way it is. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that. Right, guys, goodness me, it's 10 after 12. Any questions in the next 5 minutes? And I mean 5 minutes. Then I'm going. Okay, I just wanted to touch base, explain what was going on, where we're at. And about the 24-hour show I want to do for charity. And like I said, we will, before the show, I'll go around and film the charity, the people involved, what they actually do, so we can actually show that during the show while we're trying to raise sponsorship. You know, I know times are hard, but you know what? This is what I think. It doesn't matter, but it does matter. You take it in the right context. Okay, let me put it a different way. No matter how hard your times are, there are people with times that are 10 times harder than yours. Okay. Same with life. This is why I always pull the positives out of every single day. Even, I mean, you know, I have the occasional crappy day, but you know what? I don't get depressed. I don't get down. I just keep pushing forward, because, like I've said, life's too short, unkind, unpredictable, and there is no favoritism, and it can be very cruel. Speaking of which, I've just got to give a shout out to my sisters. Some of you will be aware, my mother is very frail. She's elderly. She's got Alzheimer's, especially dementia. She didn't even know who I was for the first time. Was it about 3-4 months ago now? She didn't know who I was. That hurt. Terrible, terrible disease. But anyway, yeah, she's really bad now. She don't even know what's going on. But fortunately, I've got the amazing, amazing sisters, and we promised her that whatever happened, we would make sure she was not. No disrespect to anybody else. This is my mother's personal preference. She did not want to get put into a care home or anything. She wanted to stay in her own home. So my sisters, despite my full-time jobs, working 12 hours sometimes, between them, have managed to cover pretty much all the time and take care of her. That's no easy task. They're getting like sometimes 2 hours sleep a night. Having done all that for my mom and then gone work and done 8, 10, 12 hour shift, come back to do it all over again. Yeah, I'm in the US, and you know, it's I feel that. I feel bad about it. You know, I'm a protector. That's what I do. And the circumstances are such that I can't do anything about it at the minute. So my sister's having to like do everything. Absolutely, not just because of my sisters, absolutely incredible human beings. That's a lot of commitment. You know. Anyway, that aside, I'm going. Okay. Let's just have a quick look. Last question, I think. Are you going to start a weekly live stream? Bronze. That is a funny question, because you know what? I did start a weekly live stream when I came back with the Supernatural Files. It was every week or 2 weeks. But you know what? Life happened. You know, that's what happens. Life happens. When my time is my own, I would like nothing more than to do a show every single week at a designated time every single week. At the minute, it's hit or miss. I went to get one last weekend. That didn't happen because work again. Paddy's in pretty bad health at the minute with the shoulder and all that shit going on. She's not getting any sleep, and so she can't do anything. So I'm having to do the whole lot, which I don't mind. Paddy She says, "Oh, I'm sorry." She gets a little bit upset sometimes. I said, "Sweetheart, you know what? Don't be. I'm your goddamn husband. That's what I'm supposed to do. Step up and take care of you. A condition, you know what? It's a condition. It's not a choice. You know, you got to look after your woman. That's what you're supposed to do. So that's what I do. So yeah, I will get a show going eventually. If I manage to get a show off of the back of this thing that's going out in the new year, that'd be even better. Just saying. Right, Don, the wife is in hospital. Can you say hello to Dawn? You lied about the last question, deal. What? Yo, lie. Oh, I lied about the last question. Deal, my bad. Yeah, you are bad. Is Dawn watching or is she going to watch it after? Dawn, from me, Paddy, everybody on here, everyone who'd like to watch this, and our eternal spirit friends, I hope you get well soon, sincerely. I hate hospitals. That's why I don't do them. I'm lucky I don't need to. But I'm just saying. Yeah, do you know what, Dawn? Life comes along, you hit a bump in the road. You just get over that bump. Everything will be fine, and then you get another bump. Life is full of bumps. This is just a bump. You'll get over it. So just seriously, get well soon, Dawn. We wish you all the best. Okay, Snake? Did that work for you? I hope so. And I mean that. I mean that. Get well. Right, Alberta. Good night, all. Maybe next time I will share the strange happenings since my mum died last year and get your opinions. Yeah, do you know what? What do you mean, maybe? You can't do that and then say maybe. No, you got no choice. I'm on this coming weekend. You need to call in. Does that sound like a deal? I think you should do that. Right. I know the feeling. My mum passed last year. Oh, bless her. In November. Since then, been full-time carer of dad who's starting to forget things and doesn't want to leave his home. It's tough. You know what, pal? It is really tough. And I'm not even there, and it's tough. Like I said, my sisters are incredible. Do you know what? I will tell you. I'm trying to go here. So the nuts that I eat and the bananas and everything, do the research on that shit because it protects against Alzheimer's and shit. I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm eating a lot of shit all the time, because if I ever get like my mum does, while I've still got some cognitive function, I will just take myself up in the mountains and deal with it, because I wouldn't want to put that on pay. No problem, Bronze. Anytime. It's a deal. Albert, right, okay. I think Alberto girl is really reliable, and she has now just pledged that she'll be on the show this coming weekend to share her experiences. I will put the post up, Alberto. In fact, you'll see on YouTube when it's scheduled, 24 hours before. So I will look forward to speaking to you in person for the first time. And if you're really brave, you get your webcam on, we'll get you on the show. You get on the show. Like I said, you know what? This is not all about Don Phillips. He's a nice guy. He does some amazing things. It's not all about Don Phillips. And this is your show too. So let's build this show and make it our show. I'm just coming. A beautiful woman's just appeared at the door. Oh, and I thought you were coming to tell me that you love me. No, she come in, stands in the door, waving her glass, which kind of suggests I'm only here because I want some of your wine.
Can I say hi to everybody?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I'm in my pajamas.
I know.
And my hair is kind of weird, but
yeah, and you're just about to walk straight through them cables and unplug everything.
Can I just like bend over?
No,
that's
don't
not
say
what
things
I
like
mean.
that on air. Oh my God, what is wrong with you? You have your
Where's
just wait. I will sort the camera. I'm in control here.
I haven't watched any of the show tonight.
It's a good job. I'd be getting hit right now. Hold on. Now, look how kind I am. That's a big one.
It is, because this is a big glass.
Yeah, I know. You bought a big glass on purpose. This is what she does.
Oh, what's that?
Right. I'm going to flip this over before it disappears. Say, Paddy can say hello. She's in her sexy pajamas. No, it's all right. I'll only show your face. No mannequin. Hold on. So here we go. Ready? Hang on.
Is George on there?
He was. Oh, look.
Hi, everybody.
There we
Sorry,
go.
I look like crap.
It's their wife.
But it's never. You never do a show during the day.
This wasn't a show. It was just a catch up, and then everybody
catch
popped
up.
on.
Like, how many hours have you been on?
Do you know what? I was just trying to talk about the 24-hour sponsored
Oh.
thing, and don't you dare even go there.
Just
You daren't. Becky said it's going to happen, so you know what? Tough. It's going to
just-
happen. Period. Nothing to say unless you want to lose that wine. Relinquish the wine or be quiet. Good choice.
excuse me.
Okay, I already did. That's
I'm
fine.
an American girl.
Yeah, I know you
You
are.
don't
Yeah,
sit there and boss me around.
yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I don't.
No.
Out.
We we don't put up with that crap.
I love a strong woman. That's why I married her. But you love a strong guy as well. Okay. Right. Quick good night because we're going now.
Oh, seriously, this is the end of the show?
It wasn't a show. I'm trying to
I
get
think
inside.
it was in.
Just say,
Bye, guys. I'll see you next time. I have my own desk over here.
yeah, she has a desk. We have a multicam set up, but we've got all sorts ready for the next show. So that'll be
Maybe,
fantastic.
it won't be too long.
This coming weekend. It's my first weekend. I've got
Hold
2
on.
days.
What day is it today?
Oh God, hold
It's
on. Guys.
next weekend.
Which is this coming weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so you want me out?
I'm coming. I'm just going to say good night to these wonderful people, and I'm coming with you. I'm just coming out the door now. I've been going to leave in 5 minutes for the last 20.
Yeah. Okay.
These guys are addictive. Right. Hang on. Hold on. Hi, Patty.
Who's saying-
George, 54 minutes. What? You want a big wooden spoon and a pot?
Oh,
Okay. Hold on.
what George say?
Patty, going to need more wine for 24-hour stream. No, she's not. I am. She will need a bigger glass, maybe. Patty's looking fine. Bye, Patty. Good night, guys.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
They're fantastic. Right,
Yeah.
guys, you are all amazing. If you didn't watch this from the beginning, watch it. What are you just done?
I don't know.
Pick that beer up now.
Oh my God!
No, not oh my God.
Well, why did you have it in this bag?
Because it was rubbish you just knocked over. Oh my. Just put it in the top and go.
You shouldn't put things like this in there. I'm gonna put this out here.
Yeah, it's a trash bag. There's supposed to be things in there. You're not supposed to
my
knock
God,
into
you
it
gotta
and knock
clean this
shit.
up.
I'm
You
not
gotta clean
cleaning
this
nothing
up.
up. You see, this is what happens when it
Now it
flies.
smells like
Like,
beer everywhere.
well, it would do because you spilt beer all over the place.
Maybe next time,
You shouldn't. Yeah, be more careful. You're quite right. Okay, disappear. I'm coming in. I'll be 2 minutes behind you, guys. I'm going before Clemency Jane causes any more calamity. Right, great to catch up with you guys. So I will see you. Oh, look at this now. Hold on a second. Whatever. I will see you this coming weekend. In the meantime, smells like a brewery. Yeah, I know. I know, Bronze. I know. What do you do? What do you do? Guys, take care. Be good. Be safe. COVID is still a thing, by the way, if you're not looked at the latest figures. I will see you this coming weekend. Like I said, it's our show. It's not just my show. So for now, take care. Look after yourselves. Good night. Stay happy, indeed, and be the best person that you can be. I'll see you soon, guys.